Friends, this young man is from the village I used to work in. It's taken out of the village and made into a factory. You have to travel to get there. There are no vehicle support rides. I used to go to work on foot every day. He used to say that you used to go on foot. By going, my health also improves. A person remains healthy because it's among the fields and greenery of Jra village. If it was, it would keep itself fresh. I felt healthy just outside the village. A cemetery was also present. He gave Kaba a salute as he passed by outside. I used to do it and also pray for them. I used to give it, but friends, for the last 3 days. Every day, like a third of the weird, it was being presented before it, which it could not understand. I could not understand the reason behind this matter. What was the reason? This has never happened before. Why did it happen? I am about 10 years old. It had been ages since he used to go to his home every day from the same cemetery. I used to pass by and to return in the evening from the factory to our home. We are also going through this same cemetery. I used to come passing by from outside, friends. Something such that for the last 3 days, whenever he passed by the cemetery, he started emitting the sounds of a hungry dog from inside the cemetery. I was worried that there was a stray dog inside the cemetery. There are dogs, but they are so loud. He doesn't stop me, nor does he make so much noise. I cry incessantly because the cemetery is silent. Anyway, it is said that faces are silent. Again, this dog inside the face front. Why are you stopping him so much? The problem is intensifying daily, and it's now at a critical point. 3 days had passed. The young man decided to go to the cemetery and enter it to see what would happen. The dogs barked at the place. What's the problem, friends? He asked. One day, as he passed the cemetery on his way home, the dogs started barking. He saw that the person he had seen 4 days ago was buried in the grave, standing on the same cover. The dogs gathered around him and enjoyed it. He was crying and very upset. He wanted to go as he was 4 days ago. If the person is buried like this, then what is it? A case came up that the dogs were alert towards the news. He decided that this evening he would go to the village and discuss this in the council of elders. I will talk to you in terms of reference, and he will tell you about those elders. He will talk to the person who was with him 4 days ago. He left this world on hearing the news of that. The dogs have been barking at him for the past 3 days. So friends, that person is free from his work, comes back home with maximum sound. He makes a statement in front of his villagers. So friends, what news was revealed after that? And when it was opened, a shocking scene was witnessed inside. I will tell you every detail. Give this video a like and watch the full video first. The village elders decided to consult a scholar about this matter. They wanted to know whether the cover should be opened in its current state. They also wanted to know whether it is permissible to open the cover. Apart from Mufti Sahib, his family members also gave permission. All the elders had to give permission. I'll ask the family of the deceased person when I get home, how have the dogs been doing for the past 3 days? If you hear barking, open the news. One must see what the matter is. The man's brother said that if you open the grave, you can see it. I have permission from you, but I am not with you. You will go alone and do anything about it and see what's inside. The matter is becoming a matter of fun, and it is a matter of concern for the people. I was shocked when my brother spoke about his own brother, citing my absence from the cemetery. I told him that people have paid a lot of attention to this. Instead of paying attention, I thought that first the news should be opened and checked. I was surprised to hear about my brother's news. I thought it was important to first check the news, as it could have revealed a reason for the statement he gave. There's a possibility of conflict or disagreement between brothers which might have led to that statement. I've spoken with his friends and relatives. I didn't go to the cemetery but to the village where a large crowd had gathered and digging equipment had arrived. It was decided that the grave would be uncovered. When the work began, the dogs that passed by started crying. I've been dealing with this news for 3 days. He was also present, and he and the others were constantly roaming around. When it was opened, such a shocking, bloody, and horrifying sight was found. A scene came out which stunned everyone. Friends, when the soil was removed from this grave, I saw the face of the dead body. The face had become like that of a pig. That is, the face of the tissue was that of a pig whose name in DNA Islam had become like this. It is not justified to take it. Seeing this scene, all the people present there screamed. That person today looks like a pig touched her body. He was bitten by a bad animal. People screamed and ran back to their homes. People ran back and got confused. This means getting the news as soon as possible. If it is closed, then friends, the question is, after all this, what crime did the man commit that his friends were being punished in such clothes? Now again, first the area and then the village. They gathered together and went to the suspect's house again, knocked and asked, "Where is your?" What did he do? So much power has fallen on him that within 3 days after his death, his face became like that of a pig and his that man was suffering from dogs over the news. He said, "I knew that through your eyes. That's why such a dangerous scene will come in front of us. I refuse to go with you because I know the reason why." People, when asked what is the reason behind this, he said that my brother is not a decent man, was actually a drunkard who used to remain drunk all day long, that I didn't care and I didn't care about my family. The only purpose of his life, he wanted to indulge in debauchery, and he got drunk and enjoyed debauchery. He polluted the country here. He even abused his mother and beat my father. Whenever he got drunk, he would take my sister to the market to be sold. These were the sins he committed. He was in the room for so long today. We knew this would be the outcome. Today, after hearing this, you will realize that alcohol and other intoxicants are bad for you. If you do this in this world, you will die. After that, how much can I expect from you today? Friends, with this sentence, we have two. This shows that DNA Islam has prohibited alcohol. Why has intoxication been declared haram? And why were you ordered to stay away from it? Islam clearly states that a person in a state of intoxication, whether from alcohol or other substances, will not be granted prayers for 40 days. This is a strong indication of the profound disgrace that accompanies intoxication. It's dangerous for your health. As Muslims, we know our ultimate destination is also death, which is an inevitable reality. The first and most difficult stage after death is the floor of the room. The destination of the grave is very difficult. It is dangerous for everyone. Muslims fear death, but it is an inevitable reality. After death, the first and most difficult stage is the grave. The destination of the grave is very difficult. Those who do good deeds will be successful, while those who do bad things will be punished. If you like this video, share it as much as possible with your close ones. Please send it to your friends. We will meet again. Till then, Assalam with a new video.